Hey guys, Ash here from C4E Tech, and today I have the Lenovo Vibe P1 with me. In this video, let's unbox it and take a quick look inside. Opening up the box, we are greeted by the P1, but let's set that aside for the time being and check out what else is there. Lenovo's thrown in a screen protector. Here's the rocket charger as they're calling it. Then there's a quick start guide and a warranty card. We also have a micro USB cable and surprise surprise, a USB OTG adapter. Now coming to the P1, you actually see that there's a case on it. So this is something Lenovo is including in the box. Nice. So anyway, turning it on, let's now talk specs. The P1 is powered by the 64-bit Snapdragon 615 chip. That's 4 Cortex A53 cores clocked at 1.5 GHz each, and another set of 4 Cortex A53 cores clocked at 1 GHz each, coupled with an Adreno 405 GPU and 2 gigs of RAM. We have 32 gigs of onboard storage and a 4900 or 5000 mAh battery powering it, depending on what you choose to believe. Anyway, to the front, on top, we have a earpiece, sensors, notification LED, and a 5 megapixel front-facing camera, a Gorilla Glass 3 covered 5.5-inch Full HD display below that, and at the bottom, a physical home key flanked by capacitive back and recent app keys that are now backlit. This home key also doubles as a fingerprint scanner, and that seems to work quite well. The top of the back comes off, and here we have a tray that holds 2 nano SIM cards, and we also have a micro SD card slot. To the back, we have a 13 megapixel rear camera, dual tone LED flash, NFC, Vibe, and Lenovo logos. This phone is almost 10 millimeters thick and weighs in at about 190 grams, and it does feel quite nice given the metal used. And yes, it is a little bulky, but the fact that it has a huge battery inside more than makes up for it. But the design, well, it looks quite premium. I feel it kind of reminds me of another phone. Do you guys think so? Let me know in the comments below. So anyway, coming back, we have the primary microphone speaker and a micro USB port at the bottom, the power button and the volume rockers to the right, the secondary noise cancelling microphone and the 3.5mm headphone jack right up top, and to the left, we have a toggle. This is a toggle that lets you switch to Lenovo's version of the ultra power saving mode. I'm not kidding. I mean, really. It's a toggle that lets you switch to Lenovo's version of the ultra power saving mode. So coming back, the Vibe P1 runs on Android 5.1 Lollipop with Lenovo's Vibe UI on top. We've seen Vibe UI before. No app drawer, all icons go onto the home screen, we have a theme store, and I had about another 2 minutes of footage where I went on and on about Vibe UI. But then I did receive an update and noticed that Lenovo's new updates added one awesome feature. So I had to go back and reshoot everything. Vibe UI's launcher under Preferences now has an Android style option. Once you check that, you now get the familiar app drawer, more Android-esque transitions, and even the recent apps looks more in line with Lollipop. So the UI itself looks a lot closer to stock Android, and that's quite nice. Vibe UI on the P1 does feel quite smooth and responsive. The theme store is still there. All the Lenovo apps are still present, so there's no stock Android. But overall, the user experience, it feels a lot more familiar for somebody coming from a stock Android phone. So I'm kind of liking what Lenovo's done here. As far as the display brightness goes, I do feel that this might be an issue because it doesn't appear to be bright enough. Even with a white background, I just didn't feel it was bright enough. Maybe it's the lights here. So I'm gonna spend some time with this phone and I'll talk more about it in the full review. And similarly, about the cameras, the shutter speed seems okay. It has a continuous shooting mode built in. There are very few modes barring that, and the settings icon leads you to more options. I could pull up my box, take a few shots and talk about how the camera is, but really, how much would that reveal? So I'm going to leave talking about the camera to the full review where I feel it belongs. So this part of the video is being recorded on the front camera of the Vibe P1. And I'm pretty sure there's at least a few of you out there who are like, Ash, what about SAR value? So guys, for the life of me, I don't understand why there's such a huge hoopla about it. Basically, research has been done and there's a certain limit that is agreed as acceptable, and no brand, there are no exceptions, no brand can sell a phone which has higher SAR values than that, and India is following one of the most stringent norms here. So for the life of me, I don't understand why that's such a huge deal, but then again, you guys want it, so these are the SAR values. So my thoughts on the Vibe P1, I really like what the new update's done. I'm not a huge fan of a dedicated toggle just for switching to the ultra power saving mode or whatever it is that Lenovo is calling it. I feel that they could have let us customize it, so maybe use it as a mute toggle like with iOS. Barring that, I like how this phone feels in hand in the time that I've spent with it. I do like the fact that it is quite responsive. I haven't experienced any heating so far. I did plug it in for charge and I did download my apps on it. I haven't experienced any heating so far, but then again, I will be coming out of the heat test and whatever the regular videos, so we'll talk more about that in that video. So for the price, I feel that Lenovo is still quite a decent offering from Lenovo. I'll keep bringing you guys more coverage on this. If you do want to pick one up, do use my affiliate links. I'll leave them in the description below. That helps. And what else? Am I missing anything else here? Let me know in the comments below if I missed something. Thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, Ash here from C4E Tech signing off. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye now.